How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and welcome to another video in our Kerbal Space Program Science Mode series. First of all, apologies that I didn't put one out last week for you. As many of you know, I was in California for a week, and basically when I got back, I immediately got a cold, which prevented me from really doing just about anything, really. So anyway, I'm back now, and what I wanted to do this episode was build a rover to rove around the surface of Minmus and get as much science as possible for you guys. However, I have not yet unlocked that technology, so I'm sort of stuck with reusing this first vehicle. This is the vehicle, basically almost identical, that I used to get to Minmus the very first time. I figured I had so much extra fuel in that thing, plus there's a whole lot of stuff in that mission that I could have done that would make it more fuel efficient, that I would just throw a few solar panels on it, update all the science modules so that it's up to date with all the stuff that we currently have unlocked, and just send it to Minmus and get as much science from as many biomes as possible, including some of those biomes that we passed over the first time due to the lack of electric charge. That won't be a problem this time, given that we actually do have solar panels on this thing. So I'm going to cut out all of the whole transfer there. You guys know how it works. You guys, by now, you should be masters of it yourself, because I am, right? No, seriously though, if you don't have this game, then I highly recommend you get it, because some of you might look at this and say, how is he doing this with such ease? Well, the answer is a lot of time playing the game, which I love doing, and that's why I make this series in the first place. Anyway, so we are now on our way to Minmus, just doing some trim here to get closer to the planet, and now it's back to the live commentary to show you guys what happened next. Okay, we are now high over Minmus, as you can see over there. So that means that we can double down on all the science that we unfortunately did not get last time that we came to Minmus. So let's go ahead and open up the doors. I don't believe we've had any barometric data from here at all. So let's. Oh, yes, I got some barometric data from when I was in Kerbal. So I'm going to go ahead and send Rodus Kerman on an EVA real quick. Let's see, do you have any EVA reports you can do from here? So small, yes, so delicate, yes. So that's basically a no. I'm going to, let's see, where's the barometer? This side, there we go. Let's see, can we take the data? It's been so long since I played this. There we go, take the data and log the pressure. The instrument reads 0 as if we're in a vacuum. Let's go ahead and keep that. Okay, since we're actually on our EVA, I believe we can do all of our stuff here. How about the mystery goo? Feel like eating the goo? Okay, we're going to take that, then reset the canister. And lastly, the temperature. Let's go ahead and log this. Yeah, same generic message. I swear I have the thing installed, so let's go ahead and close. Oh, careful. Oh no. Gain control. There we go. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, well, that was an adventure and a half. Let's go ahead and get the service bay, the one that took so much electricity last time to transmit back. Oh, Science Junior, open up the doors. I think we have to get a little closer. Stay still. There. Okay, I guess we can't observe it from here. We're going to have to go inside the pod and do the observations from inside. That's perfectly fine. Grab it and board. Okay. Now, we can observe the materials bay. The samples react to the lack of an atmosphere. We're going to go ahead and keep that. Awesome. And finally, a crew report. You note that your radio fails to transmit when set to the off position. That makes sense. Okay, go ahead and EVA again so we can get the stuff from the materials bay. Can we just reach down? Nope. Okay, I wish it was easier to just stay still in zero gravity, but, you know, it's not. Let's collect the material, remove, then restore and close. There we go. And just move all that stuff inside here. And voila! So we've got basically all the stuff that we can get from high Minmus orbit. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's all in the pod right now, so let's go ahead and reset. Now we need to get lower over Minmus, so right now we're going to swing out at about 450,000 kilometers. We definitely got to make that lower, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to put ourselves into an orbit from here. So, oh my goodness, that was way too far. I'll just get over here, then burn retrograde. I don't need a maneuver node for this. No, warp here. There we go. And I'm so happy I have these solar panels on. Unfortunately, I only have 2. Meant to do 4-way symmetry, but obviously I screwed up somewhere. So it doesn't matter. We're definitely going to be okay. So just go ahead and point ourselves retrograde. That means pointing the opposite pointing our engines in the direction that we're going, hence burning ourselves the other way. So do that, and this should probably just be a quick burn here. You can see this thing moving further and further. Soon it'll be into a circle, or not a circle, but an oval, an ellipse, and then we're just going to burn this down farther and farther until we're right over Minmus's surface. Like there, that looks good. 50,000 kilometers. And now we have all the electric charge in the world, as long as we remember to keep pointing our solar panels towards the sun, which should not be a problem. Let's go ahead and just do that real quick, actually, before we forget. There we go. The more directly they're pointed at the sun, the more electricity we get, of course. So now we're going to move ourselves down here, put ourselves into a tighter circle around Minmus so we can do our science, and then do our science there, and then go down to the surface. And this rocket has so much fuel, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get basically every biome or close to it that Minmus has to offer. My only problem is I don't know where those are, but we're going to find them and get them. Yeah. So put ourselves down into a nice small circle. There. When these two flip, that means basically that it's as close to a circle as you can hope for. Let's just do a quick crew report, make sure we are in low Minmus, or no, we're still high. Well, glad I checked. Okay, let's bring it down to 25 kilometers. That's good. Okay, now, no, warp there. That's, like I said, it's been a little while. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to warp here. And then when we get over there, then we'll do another crew report. And we will want to make sure that we land in the sun, because we don't want to lose electric power. I mean, losing electric power when we're on the surface is not that big of a deal. We can still ignite our rockets, which charges electric power, and more importantly, gets us back into space and home. But then we couldn't, transmit any of our data. We couldn't. It would just Rhodas would be very, very cold, I think. Okay, first we make sure not transfer crew report. We're near Minmus now. You wonder if it's possible to EVA to the surface and back. So now that we know we're near Minmus orbit, we are going. We are in near Minmus orbit. We are going. Oh, actually, this stage has like no fuel left. So I wonder. I think what I might do is just deorbit everything and then re-enter orbit again, just so I can send this back onto the surface on a collision course. Now I'll keep it all together, but for now. So, okay, 22 by 26, that's good enough. Okay, perfect. How much sun exposure? Like nothing. Okay, let's move ourselves back in so that we're facing the sun. Don't turn like that. There we go. Basically, like radial is good. Okay, there we go. And wait for it to settle. Turn off SAS, and as you can see, our electric charge is going up, which is great. So, we've already seen the crew report. Let's go ahead and observe the materials bay. We've already gotten it from here. The high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks like it would be fun to paint the rocket with this. We will go ahead and keep this. Every little bit of science counts. We're going to go ahead and observe the thermometer. Oh, review the data. Yeah, I forgot to grab that. Okay, I'm going to grab that and then get more. Okay. I didn't grab this either. So I observed it, but I didn't grab it. Good job, Skul. Okay, we're going to keep this. Make sure. Did I keep that? Yeah, okay, I kept that. Okay, let's observe some mystery goo. We have gotten the goo from here. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and point this up, so I have an easier time moving up and down the spacecraft during my EVA. Don't know why it goes off to the side like that when I tell it to go up, but it does. I'm going to cheat here a little bit and just time accelerate really quickly and then stop to settle the spacecraft. Oh, why does it do that? That's so weird. Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I haven't gotten an EVA report from here either. Oh, maybe I have, but, wow, what? Oh, my camera's just all over the place, it seems. That's fine. Okay. Have I gotten an EVA report from here? No, I have not. Wow. Okay, we're going to keep this. Let go. There. Okay, now, before anything, we're going to grab the barometer and the thermometer. So, because I don't know why I didn't grab them last time. I observed them, but I didn't take the data. Should have probably... There. Okay, let's take the data. Okay, let's take this data. Okay, and collect the data from the goo, remove and restore. Okay. And now we need to take it from here. Collect data, remove and restore. Okay, now board. Okay, easy as that. Okay, now let's go back up and see what the barometer has to say here. It reads 0 as if we're in a vacuum. Okay, let's keep that. And the thermometer. Log temperature. Okay, we have gotten a thermometer reading from here. Okay, so now need EVA again, get that barometer data again, and then we pick a landing place on Minmus. That's what we're going to do. On all this science we're getting is going to hopefully unlock enough parts for a rover at some point. Let's go ahead and take this and grab. No. Get back there. Board. There. Okay. Quick save, because I really don't like it when this thing crashes like it has a tendency to do. We need to make sure we land on the light side of Minmus, and actually we're in a pretty good position. I think I'm going to try and land here, so what would it take for me to do that? Like so. Okay. So that's a 4-second burn, and we're just going to time accelerate there. Okay, and I don't know if this bottom stage will have enough to land us there, but easily the top stage will. So, yeah. Rodis Kerman, you're going to be only the second Kerbal ever to land on Minmus, and you're going to be the first to do it with actual landing gear, which I'm sure you're very excited about. So, okay, right about here, and commit. Okay, what kind of... Okay, we are on a collision trajectory, which is great. Now we can ditch this bottom stage. And now, when I hit the 4 button, as you can see there, our landing gear, I believe, is enough to break the... to overcome the bottom booster, but not by much. Let's just go ahead and finish that burn there. Okay, so we're now on a suborbital trajectory, so we are committed. Let's go ahead and warp here, because I know this will just take forever. And Minmus is a very big, very bumpy, bubbly body. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah. So I don't know exactly where we're aiming here. Thought this was flat, but it's not really that flat. I guess we're just going to have to land right about there. We're perfectly fine. We're just high up, that's all. Okay, let's go ahead and turn ourselves retrograde. There we go, and start our deceleration. We're still pretty high up, but not much you can do about that. Yeah, we're going to basically be landing on these mountains here. I wonder if you get any new data when you're in a suborbital trajectory. No. You do on some bodies, but I believe those are usually ones with an atmosphere. Minmus does not have an atmosphere. I believe the Better Atmospheres mod does add something that looks like an atmosphere to Minmus, but it turns it more into a comet than an actual thing with air. And I don't know where my shadow is. That's a little worrisome. I'm just gonna... Basically, I thought I saw my shadow over there. Didn't. Okay, gonna just cut my vertical velocity and just drop down to the surface. Look at all the fuel that's left in this too. That's great. That's absolutely perfect. In any case, it looks like we are going to. You can see over there, 30 kilometers away is where we made our first landing. Maybe I can go visit that. Who knows? But our first landing was in the lowlands, which is sort of like a flat lake bed. This is definitely a hilly terrain of some kind, so we're going to get a new biome. You can see our spent booster over there is probably going to hit that hill or something, right? Let's see. Still can't see my shadow. Not much left to do. Just keep burning to make sure we're fine. Map doesn't help. Still no shadow, but the ground's definitely looking like it's coming up faster. Maybe my shadow isn't enabled. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I can't see it. We're coming really quickly now, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and cut all my horizontal speed so we're only going straight down. You could hear it explode. I bet it hit that hill. This is very difficult to judge. Regardless, we're fine. We're going at 10 meters per... Oh, there's our shadow. Okay. Not interested in a suicide today. Suicide burn would, that's the most efficient way to do it, but that's not going to be the thing that we do here. We're just going to drop it further down, just a little. And come on, we're almost there. It looks like we're on a bit of a slope. That's fine, and ignore the front door. Somebody just went out. This is going to be one of the... Yeah, that was a very, very slow landing. That's fine. Oh, we're sliding. Come on. No. This is too steep of a slope. And what's even worse is I don't think that my legs actually touch the surface there, so great. So we're basically landing on our engine every time. That's fine. Let's try that again. Okay. Coming in. We're fine. This is definitely going to be fine. If worst comes to worst, we can just sort of hover on the surface. This engine is capable of that, and just do all our science there. As long as we're touching the surface, it doesn't matter if we've, landed to the point of having to shut off our engine or not. Just touching it will get us the science we need, as far as this game's concerned. Overcompensated there. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a hill. What can you do? Okay, we are on the surface, and this time it looks like we are holding. Okay, really quickly before anything else, let's grab that crew report. You wonder why you're still sitting in your capsule when you have so much fun. Oh, we're on the lowlands here. What was over there? Okay, we're going to transmit that. What else do we have? The materials bay. Bacterial samples appear to gorge themselves on what looks like microscopic mint scones. Okay. Observe mystery goo. Even the goo seems to want a taste of the minty surface. Barometric pressure. Collected and recorded atmospheric pressure data from the surroundings. Keep that. And the thermometer. Temperature reads minty fresh. Okay, and finally we need to go get our surface sample and our EVA sample from the surface, which we do by just falling down and EVA report. You look up at the highlands and wonder out loud whether you could jump over them. Mission Control advises you not to try. And the surface sample. You take a handful of snow, ice, and dirt and put it in your sample bag. You hope the science team on Kerbal will figure out what it is and why it's not suitable for Kerbal consumption. I'm going to go ahead and keep all of that. I could plant a flag, but that's just wasting time at this point. You guys want to see all the science. You want to see me progress in this series, don't you? So what I'm actually going to do... Whoop, not so quickly here. Okay, not so. Okay, collect it. Yes, and restore. Okay, everything else is going to be really hard for me to get, unfortunately, but I've got to try. Oh, I didn't even realize there's a barometer over there. Guess I put on 2 by accident. That's fine. Okay. Very carefully grab the barometer here. Take pressure data and the thermometer. Take, oh wait, no, cancel. I wanted to take the data. There we go. And finally, I can't get to the mystery goo. That's fine. I'll grab that later. You know what? I'll grab it later. For now, let's board. Quick save because we don't want to lose all this data. And you know what? I spent a whole episode getting here. I'm going to end this episode here. And in future episodes, I will explore other biomes of Minmus. And that does it for this episode. What happens if I turn off the SAS? We begin to fall, so no, I need SAS. Great. Okay, actually our leg caught us. That's not getting enough sunlight. Oh, I could just spin it like that. That's interesting. Okay, now I'm getting sunlight, and can I get any more? No, I have to have SAS on. Great. It looks like I'm sort of getting more sunlight than what my... Okay, yeah, this is the perfect position for me to end this episode. And come back next week, and I will continue exploring Minmus with this hopper. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and stay tuned for more.